Check on the ball. Okay. So with now Jacques and Rekoj writhing about in the gold, uh, the kobold seems to be getting frustrated. He's scowling and sighing in exasperation, and he starts storming away, muttering. And you see him start to equip his shield as he leaves the room. He doesn't head in the direction that he was heading before, which was south. This time he's heading west. Seems like he's heading towards the western exit of the caves.
He's probably thinking that we're like completely insane.
Okay, so can I untie anybody else's hands right now?
I give Coltaine the dagger.
Yes, can I cut? Can I take the dagger and start cutting people's bonds?
Absolutely.
Alright,
No check required.
So I start with Zacsarrd to cut his hands.
Yes, you're gonna cut his hands!
Sorry, his hands loose. And not from his body, from the ropes.
I needed the charger of my scythe, don't cut them off.
Alright, so Zacsarrd's hands are freed.
And next
No, wait. Actually, cut off his hand so that we can replace it with a hook. So that he can be like that pirate or Captain, whatchamacallit from Peter Pan.
Yes, because we all know that Captain Hook was a dragonborn. Anyway, Coltaine's going to then cut Rekoj's bonds from his wrists.
Yay!
Rekoj's hands are freed.
Okay, can you cut my leg bonds?
Yeah, then I'll cut his legs as well. I mean, the friggin' twine, okay?
So you cut whose legs? Rekoj's?
Yes.
Alright, Rekoj's legs are free. Have you cut your own legs free?
No, I'm a nice person. I'm doing other people.
Okay, Rekoj immediately proceeds to his weapons.
Starts to
I'm gonna
re-equip
help.
his arsenal.
Oh yeah!
Then I'm gonna help Zacsarrd by cutting his legs free.
What of his weapons are still there?
What was it that was taken away? It was the battle axe and the mace?
Battle axe and mace, right?
Coltaine, you said you cut Zacsarrd free, right?
Yeah.
And then you do yourself, your own legs?
That's right.
So just leaving Jacques bound?
That's right.
Is Jacques still writhing?
Yeah, he's still making lots of noise.
Alright. Even over the noise of Jacques writhing, you can hear footsteps approaching from the west, and seems like two kobold voices speaking to each other.
Can I move
Okay.
to next to the wall?
Yep.
Like that?
Rekoj has his shield equipped and stuff. And he moves behind the wall as well. And he's preparing to strike the moment one of the kobolds enter the square to his south.
And now I'm gonna work on Jacques. Cut his hands and his legs and take out the gag.
Yes, cut his hands and his legs. Either way.
Alright guys, roll
know what
initiative.
I mean.
We get a modifier from you, Coltaine, right?
Yeah, +2.
It does not bode well, as Rekoj rolls 6 for a total of 9.
Zacsarrd gets an 8 plus 1, totaling 9.
And Coltaine rolls a 7, and for a total of 9.
And what did Jacques get?
Jacques is spinning in a circle. Does he really need to roll initiative?
Yeah.
Alright, looks like the guy spinning in a circle is being the fastest. He rolls an 8 for a total of 11.
Alright, two kobolds appear from the west. One of them is the one with the shield and sword, the wounded one, and the other is the one with the mask. And they spot you guys. Immediately the one with the sword advances on Rekoj, and since you cannot ready an action outside of combat, you do not get to take your ready to action. So what do you have? You have your hide armor on, and you're wielding your scimitar?
And my dragon, well, the shield, the dragon shield or whatever.
Alright, so he swings his sword at Rekoj and slashes the Goliath for 5 points of damage, and Rekoj is marked. Jacques is up.
Is he still tied up?
Yeah.
Alright, so he'll just stop moving around like an idiot.
Yeah, all that movement was making it difficult for Coltaine to cut through his bonds.
I kept stabbing him by accident, oh no.
Nice. Alright, Rekoj is up.
Well, it didn't really help that the guy marked Rekoj. Rekoj was open a can of whoop ass on him anyways. So Rekoj strikes with the strength of stone against the kobold that marked him. There we go. I roll 18 for a total of 25, hitting for 9 points of damage.
Rekoj, making use of his scimitar for the first time in the campaign, uses it to decapitate the kobold. Collapses on the floor in a growing pool of blood.
Alright, as a result of hitting, Rekoj gains 3 points of temporary HP. Seeing that the masked kobold is not moving yet, Rekoj decides to make a move to prevent the other kobold from escaping, or at least from escaping that easily. As Rekoj takes a few steps westwards and moves between the creature and the western exit.
Coltaine, who's still prone, and do you keep working at Jacques' bindings?
Yeah, I guess that's a major action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
In fact, you basically spend your entire turn. You'd have to spend your entire turn to cut through the wrists.
Can I stand up though?
Not if you want to get through his wrists this round.
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna get through his wrists then.
Alright, so Coltaine frees Jacques' hands. Zacsarrd is up.
Alright, I move to the south a bit, and I'm going to use Lance of Faith on the masked kobold over here.